there's been a surprising development involving Sergio Perez. After a recent team change, rumors are swirling about his future in Formula One. Could Checo be preparing for a new challenge that could put him up against his former team, Red Bull Racing? We've got the latest updates and potential scenarios. Stay tuned as we explore what this could mean for Perez and the F1 landscape. And don't forget to subscribe for more F1 news and analysis. Sergio Perez's journey with Red Bull Racing has ended, with Liam Lawson set to take his spot in 2025. This leaves Perez without a Formula One seat for at least the next season, marking a big shift in his career. Red Bull boss Christian Horner has said Perez will stay connected to the team in some way, but details about his new role remain unclear. This decision sparks curiosity about what's next for Perez, why Red Bull made this move, and how it might shape the future of Formula One. Exciting times lie ahead for the sport. Sergio Perez's departure from Red Bull follows a tough 2024 season. Once a dependable partner to Max Verstappen, Perez struggled to match expectations this year. He didn't secure a single race win and led only one lap all season, a sharp contrast to Verstappen's dominant championship run. Red Bull tried to support him, even providing a new chassis for the Brazilian Grand Prix, but his performance didn't improve. Perez ended the season in a disappointing 8th place in the Drivers' Championship, far below the standards expected at Red Bull. Despite a few podiums and top 5 finishes, his results were inconsistent, with some races yielding no points. For a team with Red Bull's ambitions, this was simply not enough. The pressure from shareholders and the team's desire to stay at the top ultimately made his position unsustainable. Perez's struggles mark a tough end to his time with one of Formula One's leading teams. Christian Horner claims that Sergio Perez chose to leave Formula One voluntarily, citing a desire to step back after years of intense racing to spend more time with his family. However, Perez's team disputes this, arguing that he had a contract until 2025 and suggesting Red Bull pushed him out by buying out the agreement. This disagreement adds drama to the story, with conflicting versions of events. While Horner presents the decision as mutual and amicable, Perez's camp hints at Red Bull prioritizing their plans over their current commitments. The situation raises intriguing questions about what truly led to the split and whether the team's focus on the next phase influenced this sudden change. Liam Lawson, a promising young driver from New Zealand, has quickly made a name for himself in Formula One. Even though he has only raced in 11 F1 events, Lawson has impressed with his speed and ability to stay calm under pressure. His best performances came during his time with AlphaTauri, where he showed his skill and potential on the track. Now, Lawson has been chosen to replace Sergio Perez at Red Bull, a move that comes after Red Bull carefully looked at both Lawson's and Yuki Tsunoda's performances. Lawson's calmness and talent stood out. Team boss Christian Horner has emphasized that they will not put too much pressure on Lawson, especially since he'll be racing alongside Max Verstappen, one of the best drivers in F1. Red Bull is committed to supporting Lawson and giving him a strong car to help him succeed in his new role. The decision to choose Liam Lawson over Yuki Tsunoda could have big consequences for both drivers. Tsunoda, who's been part of the Red Bull program for years, now faces an uncertain future. While he's still in the Red Bull system, it's unclear what role he'll have long-term. There's speculation that Tsunoda could move to Aston Martin in 2026, especially with Honda's support possibly helping him secure a seat. Aston Martin's ambitious plans, including partnerships with top figures from Ferrari and Mercedes, make it a tempting option for Tsunoda. However, whether this move works out will depend on Honda's influence and Tsunoda proving his abilities on the track. For Sergio Perez, the immediate future looks uncertain. With few available seats in Formula One, his options are limited. One possible path could be for Perez to take on an ambassador role with Red Bull, using his strong influence in the Americas. His popularity in Mexico has played a big role in making the Mexican Grand Prix a major event, and staying connected to Red Bull could help keep the excitement around it alive. However, if Perez steps away from racing altogether, there's a chance the Mexican Grand Prix might lose some of its buzz, risking its place on the F1 calendar. Red Bull may want to keep Perez involved to help protect the event's importance. Another option for Sergio Perez could be racing in categories outside Formula One. Christian Horner suggested that Perez might explore sports car racing, which would allow him to compete at a high level without the intense schedule of a 24-race F1 season. This could give Perez a chance to focus more on his personal life, something he's increasingly prioritizing as a father of 4. He has mentioned how the demanding nature of a full F1 season can take a toll on his family, making a move to a less hectic racing series an appealing idea. One interesting possibility for Sergio Perez's future could be a move to Cadillac, a brand aiming to make a name for itself in motorsport. While this idea might seem unlikely, it's not impossible. Cadillac has big plans to build a competitive team, and Perez's experience, along with the financial backing from Carlos Slim and his companies, Telcel and Telmex, could make him a valuable asset. However, Perez's underperformance in 2024, including incidents with Red Bull's cars, raises concerns about whether he's ready to lead a new team. Still, in motorsport, financial support can be a game changer, and Perez's strong connections could make him a smart choice for a team like Cadillac looking to make an impact. Sergio Perez's departure from Red Bull has important financial consequences. His sponsorship deals with Carlos Slim's companies have been a major source of funding for the team, and losing this support will create a gap that needs to be addressed. Although Red Bull has a solid financial base, the absence of such a significant backer could have long-term effects. This situation highlights the need for Red Bull to maintain a good relationship with Perez, even as they move forward without him as a driver. Keeping strong ties with him could be crucial for the team's future success. Red Bull's decision to part ways with Perez shows a shift in the team's strategy. Red Bull has always focused on developing top talent, like Vettel, Ricciardo, and Verstappen. Now, by promoting Lawson, the team is looking ahead, aiming to build a squad for long-term success. With new F1 regulations arriving in 2026, things are set to change, and Red Bull needs to be ready. Verstappen has even mentioned he might rethink his future in F1 if the changes are big enough. So, Red Bull's next steps in shaping their team are more important than ever. Promoting Liam Lawson is a key part of Red Bull's strategy, but it also shows the challenge of balancing immediate results with long-term talent development. By moving Lawson up, Red Bull sees him as a potential future leader, though it remains to be seen if he can meet those expectations. Choosing Lawson over Yuki Tsunoda signals confidence in his abilities, but it also puts pressure on him to perform quickly. Red Bull is betting on Lawson's potential, but now the young driver has to prove he can handle the spotlight and deliver when it matters most. Sergio Perez's departure from Red Bull marks a turning point for both the team and the sport. Once a reliable contributor with experience and financial backing, Perez's exit underscores Red Bull's shift toward a performance-first philosophy, focusing on nurturing young talent like Liam Lawson. This move aligns with the team's history of bold decisions, but reflects the increasingly dynamic nature of Formula One, where adaptability is key to sustaining success. The promotion of Lawson brings fresh potential but introduces risks tied to his inexperience. Meanwhile, Yuki Tsunoda remains in AlphaTauri, fighting to prove his worth amid the reshuffling. Perez's future remains uncertain, yet his next steps and the effectiveness of Red Bull's transition will shape the narrative of Formula One in the coming seasons. Whether these changes lead to long-term success or setbacks, they highlight the evolving landscape of the sport and its relentless pursuit of excellence. That's a wrap for today's video. It seems like things at Red Bull Racing are getting more intense. With all the drama around Sergio Perez, something big might be happening soon. What do you think? Will Checo make a big move against his team? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on all the latest F1 news, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.